bump, bump. It is. It hurts.
You know what? Never mind. You're a stool.
What a lady! Five, 6. Do 8. Beat her. Beat her. One more. 8. 9. World record. 10. What are we gonna do? All right, what did you guys learn from that experience? Nothing really.
I learned that there's a ladder that goes up through there.
Really?
And now you just have a good view. Just so tiny, to get these little platforms, but enough to go up there. That's all.
Okay.
And yeah, they got really good view.
How do they get the cattle or the bulls into the chutes?
Oh, they go through this tunnel and then they split off and they walk through the little gate places and then they fill each one up and then they let them all, or not all of them.
All of them go at
one
once.
one of them go at once. And yeah.
That's pretty accurate, actually. And they have little latches on them too that the cowboys have to know how to operate.
Dad didn't know.
What? What are you saying?
You're not a cowboy. You said, I didn't think cowboys were that smart to let outside. Alright, first hike of the day.
Hooray!
First hike of the trip, actually.
Hey, no, me and
We
Dad
hiked
went
to the bathroom once.
You're right.
and went halfway to.
We hiked down to the river at the campground while you guys were still sleeping.
I wasn't sleeping.
Yeah, definitely sleeping.
No one came with us.
What's it
so
called?
we
You didn't
presume.
tell what it's called.
The
Pyramid
Skagit
Lake?
River. This hike is Pyramid Lake.
Pyramid Lake. How long is it?
2.1 miles in, 2.1 miles out. 4.2 miles total.
Some moderate.
What do you think about that, Christina?
Tell me, Padre, how's this hike so far?
Fantastic. Got some steps,
What's the best part?
got some uphill. I did find a little hiking stick, but then it turned out to be pretty flimsy, so I threw it aside.
Yeah, it didn't look very good to me.
Yeah.
Didn't you just say this was like perfect sitting rock? And then you went and sat on that rock?
This one's a little better, but it's higher for my rear. I have to squat down so low.
Okay. It's time for our mid-hike review. I'm not sure if this is the middle of the hike. Hey! But
No.
it's somewhere in the middle of said hike.
Yeah, it's between the beginning and the end point. And
Your breath smells like high shoes.
I have a high chew.
Okay. Alright, Matthew. How would you rate this hike?
Pretty good. We're kind of going slow.
Good. That's how it should be.
I wanna go
Enjoy
faster.
We're enjoying nature.
the nature. The joy in the journey.
I could be there and back by now.
We're not all as cool as you. Now, Christina, how would you rate this hike?
It's terrible. It's been uphill the whole time.
Look over there.
But that means we get to go downhill
Yeah, the second half's gonna be all downhill.
all the way back. And it's not like straight up. There's like little steps of rock. So it's not the worst.
Look at that part right there. Look down.
And then you have to go up again.
I don't know. See the trail beyond that little bush.
Alright, let's get to the end of the destination.
Here we go.
Did you drop the happy panda, Christina? Is he very happy anymore?
Sad.
I ate it.
Sad.
What'd you find down here, Matthew? Somebody's pants?
Some pants. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it is slippery. I don't know what you're talking about. Those aren't ice cream. Teamwork is dream work. All right, here comes the third member of your team. Make it happen, team.
Right there. Right there. Alright, now take a picture. Keep holding till we all get by. All right, hurry. Drop it. Dad, is that the trail? Is that really the trail? Really? Okay.
It's the tree. You have to jump over it.
Oh, it's closer. Look at the ground. It's like bouncy. Guess what? Dad's being on a tree again. But I'm not gonna show you. You see it?
There we go.
Oh. Good.
Hallelujah.
All right, tell me about this lake, Dad.
So here's what I know. It's named Pyramid Lake. Looking at it, however, I can't figure out why it's named Pyramid Lake because it's not in that shape. There must be some good reason that we are completely unaware of. Secondly, there are lots of logs floating in this lake, and on the logs, there is plant life. So it's a floating garden.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
fascinating.
Yeah, and the water seems kind of clear. You can see to the bottom, but there's a lot of junk floating on the top, so it's not that inviting. Matthew said he was going to go skinny dipping later, but we forgot his towel, so I'm going to suggest he not do that.
All right, finally made it to the lake after much travail in the wilderness. We thought we were going the
I'm
wrong
wondering
way.
if we went the wrong way because we were so tired and exhausted. We couldn't imagine we hadn't gone far enough yet.
Because my handy dandy thingy says we gone 2.05 miles. And I started that, I don't know how far into the trail, but not 0.05 into the trail.
Maybe it started when we left the car.
It doesn't just
Accidentally.
track my movements.
Maybe.
Kind of creepy.
Because it said this hike is 2.1 miles, and that's how far we've gone, according to your
All right,
phone.
we'll have to do some calculations on the way back.
We'll see how far it says we go on the way back, and then we'll know for sure.
Yeah. So how do you like the hike, Christina? It's good. Wow, that was convincing. All right, Dad, what do you think?
Well, it was awesome. We made it through the hard part to get to the easy part and then the fun part. So what I learned from that is that we can do hard things, and if we do hard things, then we'll get to the fun things.
Yeah. Matthew?
I know, that was a pretty moderate hike, pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
Recommend it to everyone.
It was pretty good.
Recommend?
Not wheelchair.
It had exciting
It's
not wheelchair
foot
accessible.
placement.
Yeah.
Lots of
As
rocks.
long as you don't like complaining.
Lots of
That was really
gnarly tree roots.
Lots of tree roots in the trail to help you.
There's a bunch of
With your
mosquitoes.
steps.
Oh yeah, wearing your
Lots of-
mosquito spray.
Lots of rocks in the trail to help you with your footing.
It's pretty good.
Be sure to wear your hikers,
Yeah.
not your slick-bottomed, worn-out tennis shoes.
Also bring some moleskin. What was that, Dad?
What?
What was that?
Had to get over that tree.
Oh, you use a fart rocket to get over the tree stumps?
Yep.
Oh, okay. How's it going, everyone?
Great.
Good.
Nobody's tripped and fallen down the mountain yet?
No.
Nope.
Good. Oh my goodness, this is a little sketchy. Oh, we're almost done. Look, it's the sign. A sign, not the sign. The road's down there. How does that make you feel? Oh, she's happy. All right, now that the hike's done, final thoughts, Dad?
That was a pretty good hike. Different temperate zones that we encountered. The dry zone at the bottom, which had a lot of rocks, less vegetation. It's hotter. And then we moved into the more cooler zone. I don't know what you'd call it. Which had different trees that were like hemlocks and crossed a couple of streams and just killed it.
Okay, Matthew, what do you think?
You got faster?
Okay, of course you thought that. What else do you think?
That was good.
Okay. Christina?
At the beginning hike, I didn't want to do it, but then at the end of the hike, I'm glad I did it.
See? You can do hard things! I thought it was good too. I didn't ever ask myself the question. It's good, rocks and tree roots. It's a good time.
Okay.
Now we're gonna go eat lunch.
Okay, kids are climbing down, taking of the sign, picture is over, and we're good.
Tell me, Father, what hike are we going on this fine day?
I don't know, there wasn't a sign, but
Oh.
there's definitely a trail. And it's along the Skagit River, as you can probably hear in the background. If you can't hear it, it's going like this.
Okay.
So we're gonna follow this trail up to some other stuff, up to the little town of New Haven probably, about a mile away.
We got Christina with us, and Matthew and Mom up there. Oh! Almost tripped over a rock. Don't worry, we're good.
I'll save you.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Okay.
Letters to and from Brazil, they proved we still will always heart to heart. And the world will keep on turning, it's never gonna change.
This bridge was pretty cool because you could see water under it.
That's true.
Do you think it's pretty cool? Do you think it's cool?
More cool than most bridges because you can't see water on this. All right, we ready for the poo stick competition? Here we go. Okay, you guys ready? Set, go. Who won? Christina's the winner? You got the best poo stick.
Guess what? That's being on the tree again.
Oh, just know your time will come. And I'll meet you in the mountain when your heart is pounding, like we planned when we were young. Oh, it's like we planned when we were young.
What did we find here along the trail, Dad?
Well, there's this thing here that's called the New Halem Creek Powerhouse. And let me tell you about it. It was built in 1919 for the purpose of providing power to the broader hydroelectric project in which they built the Gorge Dam and the other dams. So it powered the town of New Halem and the working people to make the dam and the hydroelectric project. But I gotta tell you, in 1966 it burned down. So this isn't even the original building. But when it burned down, a giant wall of water came crashing down and put the fire out.
So it didn't burn the fire.
So it didn't
first
start a
time.
forest fire, it just burned the building.
Oh, good.
And then they rebuilt it in 1970. So that we'd have a cool building here. And it looks like this equipment and everything's still in there. It could potentially be used, but it doesn't look like there's any water actually flowing through there and enough volume to spin any turbines.
It's a nice staircase right there. Christina, where does that staircase go? Upstairs.
Okay, you guys ready for a picture? Got a mosquito in my ear. All right,
What about me?
jump in there.
Wait.
Okay, now we can have our picture. But what are you standing in front of?
A tree. That's probably 188.5. 188.
Wow, that's surprising because the name of this trail is what?
Trail
Trail
of the trees.
So there's a cedar on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 188 feet tall and about
7 feet,
inches
6
in diameter. Yeah.
That's nothing. I've seen bigger.
I knew that off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm not excited.
All right.
Can we take pictures?
All right.
says tail race
Tiff,
right
what are we doing here?
This is a tail race barrier, I believe it's called. It prevents salmon from going up into the powerhouse that we just at up there if they took a wrong turn. And salmon usually can jump that high, so you may ask, well, how does it, keep them from going up as high since they can jump that high?
Mm-hmm.
But it's so shallow right there, the water is, that the fish, they can't get enough momentum to jump really high, so it actually works pretty great. And then they don't get to the dead end up there, which is
So they don't get enough speed. They can't jump high enough, and they just whack their heads on the wall and bounce back down.
yeah, just like that.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Why isn't there any salmon trying to jump up there right now?
Because there's not any water.
Okay.
I don't know why there's not any water.
Do you think it's gone like that?
Probably just one. You.
Judging on the amount of bark that's been scraped off right there, I would say there's an answer.
Hey Christina, why are these 4 trees all in a row?
Well, you see, they all, what's it called? A nurse tree. There's a nursing tree.
A tree that fell over.
Yeah, a tree that fell
Like that
over, and all of these trees grow on that, so that's why they're in a straight line.
Because trees are generally in straight lines.
Yeah.
best one to choose tip. Using the pipette. You saw nothing.
Pretty unstable.
Coming round for him again and again and again.
Okay, ready? Go.
Mine wins.
We're tied.
Who was the winner there?
Matthew.
Matthew, good job.
Means to be tied for second.
Tied for second?
Or you would tie for third.
Was
Is
it
that
neck
how
and
it
neck?
works? Yeah.
Ooh, look at this, Matthew. Here's a secret little
Secret passageway.
passageway with some stairs. I wonder where that goes.
Yeah, awesome moss. Like that, like that.
What's down here?
Oh. It's just a.
Of the gap that was between everything and
Oh, it's just a high voltage door. Is it locked? Ah, dang it.
Anyone got any bolt cutters?
All right. Well, that wasn't as exciting as we thought it was going to be. Back up.
Anyone?
Countryside, little city and a bigger life.
Hey. Matthew, tell me what you know about this dam, this powerhouse.
Okay. There's a dam way over there
Okay.
that's damming the water. And then they dug a tunnel through the mountain that goes to here. And then it goes through a turbine and spins it and spins some magnets around some wires, creating an electrical flow that goes and turns into usable power.
And then gets shipped off to Seattle.
Yep. For people to turn on their microwaves
Yeah,
and other uses.
it's pretty cool. Did you know that when there's not Corona going around, then they have this waterfall all lit up at night, and also around this little thing they have little pools that they fill up and then have lights, and it's quite spectacular per what the sign says. But they don't have it because of Corona.
You grow tired and your memory fades. It's okay. And when my
Hey Dad, would you like to tell me what we're doing?
We're retracing our steps.
Again? Why is that?
Well, there's a water bottle probably somewhere out here on the trail. Just sitting there waiting to be found.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we're trying to find it.
What else happened?
Well, we told Mom that we'd meet her back at this bench that she was sitting on. When we got back to the bench and she wasn't sitting on it. So Tiffany hiked the whole trail again to see if she could find her. She wasn't there.
Yeah, so we figured she got kidnapped. Well, I told her not to get kidnapped, so we knew she probably didn't do that because I told her not to. But we couldn't find her. But then Dad remembered that on the way here, there was a certain spot on the way where she had service. So we thought maybe she went over there. So we started hiking back over there and found her. But then we started walking back, and then Dad was like, hey, where's my water bottle? So now we're hiking back
It's
again
got to be there somewhere.
for the
Unless
third
someone
time
stole it.
to find it. But it's all good because we love hiking. Woo! We are nearing the end of the hike. So Dad, how would you say you liked this hike?
It was a good hike. Along the river. Not too much elevation change. Lots of shade. So I'll give it 2 thumbs up.
Good. How do you like it, Christina?
It's good.
I myself walked 6.02 miles so far. Can't say how much these guys did. Next, I did a little extra, trying to find Mom, but still it's pretty long. That's okay. Gotta go see how Mom likes it. So Mom, tell me, how'd you like the hike?
It's long and hot.
All right, so you didn't like it too much?
I can't see what I enjoyed most.
All right.
I like the pretty vistas. And then drive to the next pretty vista.
Well, you did it. That's good. You say you did one. How'd you like the hike?
That was good. Nice and shaded most of the way. Had some cool trees. Not too much elevation.
Yeah. Pretty sweaty though, aren't we?
Yeah.
Now he's wearing a long sleever because he forgot all his short sleevers.
I'm not the smartest person, but
It worked out. But now we're almost to the campsite and we're gonna eat lunch. Hopefully. So we're at a lake now. How'd we get here? I don't know. And you'll never know. It's freezing though. That's okay, because we're stinky and we need a bath.
I'm getting all of this.
He's weird.
I saw the fire.
Nice. Matthew, is this our test of strength meter? The little one, the little bigger one, then the heavy one, and then the really heavy one. I could only do up to the heavy one, but Matthew can do the really heavy one. Because he's really strong.
If I could take a look through picture frames and books, I wonder.
This is what happens when you go up a really, really bumpy road. All the drawers fall out and the silverware ends up on the floor. But I'm sure it's clean. Yeah. Look at all that dirt right there.
Okay, where are we going?
I can tell you. What is it called?
This is the Cascade Pass Trail. Heading up to appropriately named Cascade Pass, where there's some pretty good scenery, I think, from what I've heard. This is a 3.5 mile hike there and 3.5 miles back.
Maybe 3 points.
1,700 feet of elevation gain, and it's marked as moderate, so that's okay. It's not strenuous, it's not easy, somewhere in the middle, which means moderate. Yeah, we like the easy ones. We can deal with the moderates. The guy at the visitor center said it's worth it, so do it. So we're following his advice. If we all die and you find his phone and watch this video, go back to the visitor center and whack him in the head. Not sure what his name was, but he had a volunteer shirt on, and he was the guy under the white tent. All right, fellas, what's the goal here?
Climb the mountain.
Get to the top?
think.
What else?
No complaining because then we get ice cream.
Oh yeah, forgot about that part of the deal.
Yeah, of course you forgot about that part of the deal.
Do we have to be the fastest up the trail?
Heck no.
Fastest to the top?
No.
Or is the goal just to get there?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Take half steps at a time.
It's not gonna wear ourselves out. No, I guess not. Unless there's some stepping like cross or what is it called?
Switchbacks?
Switchbacks. If there's some step like switchbacks, Matthew might take the step route. That's what we talked about earlier. And then he concluded. Where's Christina? There she is. Christina's got the best shirt on for the day. Oh yeah, then we decided we're gonna call each other by the names of what's on our shirt today.
Bronco,
So
Millennium Falcon, Denmark,
Sequoia.
Sequoia. All right, let's go Denmark. So far, we've encountered some switchbacks. We're not sure how many, but on the way back, we'll count them and put them right here.
Right here?
Here. Somewhere around right here. Oh, river crossing. Everyone be careful. It's treacherous. Do it. Bronco, Denmark, Millennium, made it. Good job. Nina, how would you rate this hike, this trail so far compared to Pyramid Lake Trail, and why?
a lot better.
Why?
Because you can like look around instead of having to worry about tripping.
So in Pyramid Lake Trail, you had to do what?
You have to look at the ground so you don't trip over the rock.
There were lots of rocks and tree roots, crazy divots in the ground, so you couldn't really see the beauty all around. But this one, it's pretty nice. You can look around, see the glaciers on the mountains. Can you see that there? It looks pretty just washed out, but there is some over there. And you see the trees. You can see Denmark here poking the ground with a stick and stuff. So there's lots to do. Am I right, Bronco? All right, so clearly this is part of the trail because there's been a lot of footsteps on it, so you can definitely know it's trail worthy material. So they're going out to check it out. And now they're coming back. What'd you find over there?
There was a big old rock. There was a little stream.
Big old rock. That's probably what weakened it, made it fall over, gave it instability. Okay, so we got to the top of those switchbacks. There's a nice log here to let people rest. How are we doing so far, crew?
Muy bien, hecho. Opa!
Anything to add to that, Denmark?
No.
Bronco? All right, Millennium Falcon, what just happened?
The hiker told us we should go off the trail and come over and look at this waterfall, and so we did. And it's really pretty.
It is pretty cool, so I'm glad we did it. There wasn't a sign that said don't go off trail. It's not like some of the parks where there's signs all over that say stay on trail. I've not seen one of said signs here.
Except at that beach.
Oh yeah, because they were trying to
Give
repair,
the plants a chance.
trying to repair some plants. What do you think, Denmark? That is a pretty cool waterfall.
What do you think, Sequoia?
I like it. I like it a lot. It's almost like you could pipe your swimming suit on and go sliding down that slide.
Yeah.
I don't know where you'd end up though.
Might hurt.
All right. So this is a pretty cool view. How far have we gone, Tiff?
3 miles.
Sorry, Millennium Falcon. And what's the total gonna be?
3.5, maybe? About?
If the park material is correct, which has been known to be wrong. So we think we got about a half mile to go still. And this hike has been phenomenal. It's right up there with the best hike I've ever done.
Which is?
This one. Or Hidden Lake at Glacier was pretty good because of the wildlife. This one's pretty good because of the scenery and the awesomeness of the trail.
Cool. Looks
Yeah.
cooler in real life, though.
Oh, look at this. Whoa! All right, Tiff. Millennium Falcon. What do we see over there?
Well, we see some glaciers up on the mountain.
Yeah,
You see that one over there is pretty thick looking.
over to the right. Yeah,
Lots of layers. And
you can see the blueness of it.
yeah, and this one over here you can see a little blue.
Kind of in the middle of the picture there.
Yeah.
It looks like it's breaking up down towards the bottom, but it's definitely got that bluish glacier look to it.
Broken glaciers? Yeah, it was above water. Tina, how many waterfalls do you see?
I've counted 15 so far.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm sure I missed some in there.
13, 14.
But look at that view! And we're not even there yet. Flowers help to mask the scent of our stinkiness.
Found some mountain flowers. Find the moment. Oh, he's coming to visit.
Goodbye, Mommy. Goodbye.
So we got this last boulder field to go. And then I think where we're heading is right over there. Because that looks like a pass between the two mountains. Alright, let's go, Millennium. Yeah, let's go, Millennium Falcon. A little ways to go. Had to traverse a little bit of snow here. Good job, Tiff. You made it to the end. Oh. I think that's it.
So I think I need the city, an East Coast kind of thing.
Well, we made it.
I'm busy
Here's
like a worker
what we came to see.
inside my brain.
Really bright.
Yeah. There. There's a trail to a toilet.
Is there really a toilet?
Feels surreal,
It says it is.
like watching
I have nothing to judge it otherwise on.
Granola bar time.
How we doing?
fade the
Rate that hike.
I'd give it a lot out of 10. Not
10?
really sure how much.
10 out of 10? 3 thumbs up?
Yeah. But
Wait.
my app here says we went 5.2 miles. But it said it was only 3.4. So I'm not sure who's right.
Something's not syncing up
It
here.
did feel like more than 3.4 though, didn't it? Yeah.
Maybe they just, on the papers, they say a shorter amount so that people won't be just, you know, they won't decide not to come. They won't be discouraged and say, oh, that's too far for me.
I'll just keep driving.
Could be.
All right. I'm going to break into my bag of granola bars now.
Slowly spinning, and all my thoughts keep turning.
The other one's over there. How are we supposed to get back? Matthew.
Staring at my window to the dark, hoping for a light, waiting for a spark.
I was searching high and low. Esperanza, where'd you go?
I'll meet you in the Mile High City of Dust.
Please don't come if we're not gonna run.
Oh, for some things you just gotta fight.
I've been in the ring.
We completed the, what's it called?
Cascade Pass.
Cascade Pass Trail. My phone said it was 9.41, but I don't know how trustworthy that is because that implies that it was less distance on the way back. Because at the top it was like 5 points. But it wasn't. So, we'll never know for sure. But, we told Mom she couldn't worry about us. Well, that we would be back by 4, and if we weren't back by 4, then she could worry about us. Dad, tell me what time it is.
404.
So, Mom's probably worried about us now. But that's okay. Oh, speaking of chipmunks,
However,
Christina.
would you like to know my thoughts about the trail?
Yeah, in a second. I was asking Christina a question.
Okay.
Christina, tell me about the wildlife on this trail that
Well, we saw a lot of marmots,
we saw. Uh-huh.
and we also saw mountain goats,
Mm-hmm. What else did we see?
squirrels.
No, what else did we see?
Oh, a bald eagle. We saw a
Yeah,
bald
saw a
eagle.
bald eagle. Tatum would be jealous.
Yeah.
Okay, Dad, what did you think of the hike?
I give that one 3 thumbs up. It was the
liked it.
absolute best national park trail hike I've ever been on.
Wow, even better than the Hidden Lake Trail?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, better than that one.
It
But
was
we're going
really
on
good.
that one in a few weeks, so I might change my mind.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Reevaluate.
Yeah,
Even though it was really long,
It wasn't steep.
it was
Yeah.
super tough.
Because of
I really
all the
liked it.
switchbacks, you know. What did you think of it, Matthew?
Good. How many switchbacks were there?
There were 35, 36.
36.
You're right. There was a little tiny switchback at the end. There's 36. We were up there. I don't know. Up there somewhere. Now we're back. The true sign of a good hike is if the back of your leg looks like this. It's just like a distinct line. Pretty great. That's pretty good. And if silverware fell out again. Those darn bumpy roads. I tried to save it, but I was too slow.
Sometimes you are a desert, a barren, dusty dream. And I'm a nomad.
Give us the rundown on today's hike.
Well, today is the opening day for the baseball season. I'll just play at 6 tonight.
6? I thought it was 7.
Oh yeah, 7. 7, 6. 6 o'clock if you're out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Okay. Yes, but what about the hike?
Oh yeah, the hike. Well, it's a loop, and it's along the river, and it's kind of flat, so it should be pretty good.
Alright. And in case you didn't catch it, it's called the River Loop.
Yeah, it's a river loop. It's a loop along the river.
We got with us today Mother and Christina and me and Dad, and Matthew is up there
Blazing the trail.
making sure no bears come and eat
Breaking
us.
through all the spider webs for us.
Uh-huh. Does this amphitheater make you sad? Reminds me of how there aren't any amphitheater programs to go to. Poor seats though. What happened to them?
Hike 4.
Is this a raspberry? Or is it some other kind of poisonous plant? It looks like a raspberry. But it could also not be a raspberry.
Fishing. Delectable tea or deadly poison?
What did you guys make on the banks of the Skagit River? What?
Barrier of sand?
For little bugs to live in and be protected from the...
It's like the currents out in the great deep blue. There's a force that is occurring.
We found our very first banana slug of the trip. Don't
Go,
poke it.
banana slug, go!
Don't poke it.
You gotta get across the trail before someone steps on you. Go, banana slug, go! He's not going very fast.
It's going. Please don't poke him. You don't like me poking you when I want you to go faster.
I gave it a crosswalk.
Looks like he's veering away from
Guess what? Dad's peeing on a tree. Dad, there's no sign telling us why there's a giant steel rope right here. So I need you to give us an interpretation of what this means to the historical significance of this park.
Steel cable here. We don't know why. And I feel like the interpretive rangers have let us down.
That's what the sign would say?
No, that's what I feel like.
Oh,
Because they aren't interpreting this properly for us.
I wanted your
What?
interpretation.
If I was an interpretive ranger, I'd probably make a sign that said, this old steel cable was left over from loggers who were logging this area before it became a national park. There's a part of the cable back there that has a big knot in it. Like they were tying stuff around a tree or something. That's my interpretation. That's all I got. You ready?
Yeah,
Push the button.
I did.
Okay, good. Alright, now we're gonna head off to Rock Shelter Trail. Okay, so now we're gonna head off to Rock Shelter Trail. I have some little water in my mouth, obviously. I don't know if you can see that while I'm talking. No, you probably can. So we're gonna head off to Rock Shelter Trail.
What about... Okay, stop it.
What?
What about rocks? Whatever it was called, Rock Shelter
Rock Shelter Trail? Well, it's over there. It's wheelchair accessible. and it's got long, easy grades. And it's a 1,400-year-old hunting camp. It's sheltered by a large boulder along New Haven Creek. So we're gonna go hike up to that and see it.
Sounds fascinating.
Where are we heading, Matthew?
Rock shelter.
Rock shelter.
Not this rock shelter.
Is it a shelter for rocks?
Yeah.
Well, this wheelchair accessible path doesn't seem to be accessible, but Matthew can fix that for us. Wow, look at that. Sign him up for the maintenance crew.
There's fungi on the side of that one.
Well done, MJ. Forgot where I put my stick.
Tell me about this rock shelter, Dad.
Well, it's a place where the Cascades tribe would apparently come to use as a hunting location, shelter for the night while they were out hunting camp, and they would just kind of do the thing over there, cook some food, dry some meat, wrap the kids up in wool blankets, etc., etc.
Seems pretty good.
How far can you go? How far can you go? What's the tipping point?
Turns out on that hike we also went on the New Haven Creek, right? Over there?
Yep.
It seemed more like a river to me. A really powerful creek. It was pretty fun. Jumping on the rocks and slip into the river a little bit on accident. Just got my shoe wet. But it was a good time.
Certainly was. That's the creek that they use to power, or to run the turbines in that little power plant that we saw the other day, just up the road.
We appear to have been left behind by our family. The car was right here, and we went to throw our sticks off the bridge, and they left. Away. So we're walking back? No, because they gotta come back this way, because our campsite's that way. I'm sure they'll be back. Hopefully. Look who decided to show up.
You guys are walking home.
No. Hey, Dad. What'd
Yeah.
you get?
What?
Show me what you got.
Oh, I got a handful of this. 4 JRBs. Wooden. So they're different than the ones we have already. That are plastic. They're going on the board.
Fancy.
Yeah, the banners.
And they didn't even ask us any questions. They didn't even look at our book. We could have just turned in a book that wasn't even filled out or anything. But we didn't have to turn it in. They just took our word for it.
But did you fill it out?
Yeah, it's completed. All 4 of us, we worked together to do it.
It's over completed.
Okay, explain what's happening.
Well, we're trespassing.
No, we're not.
Just kidding, we're not trespassing. We're not trespassing. We were looking at the lights aforementioned a few days ago. Oh my gosh. And they changed colors. Red.
Detective.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
This is the other side.
It looks like a slushie that you can get from.
Oh, we just changed colors again. Alright, let's go up higher and see what's up there. Alright, that's enough of that color.
Give me the lava!
Lava! Lava! Lava! Lava! A really long segment right here. There we go. Lava! Lava! Lava!
How'd you enjoy the campsite, Christina?
It was pretty good.
Wow, that was a great explanation.
Thank you.
How'd you like the campsite?
It was good.
Wow,
It
you
had
guys are
2
so
tables.
bad at this.
Had
Had-
2 tables, 2 spots, 2 fire pits, even though we only used 1. The other one is right next to the bushes. Which I'm like, what?
It's true.
It had the occasional squirrel.
It has 4 stumps.
4?
1, 2.
Oh, you're right.
4.
Are we ready to head out?
Ones, though.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Get everything packed up
Are you
good?
like a baby and head out?
Wow. Most people do that.
All right, everybody get in the car. Not through the windows.
Did everybody check their windows?
I didn't.
What?
I didn't start it yet.
Go. It's Friday. It's Friday. Oh, hi there. What's going on over here? We got
We're-
some peaches behind us.
We're walking in
Walking around in a peach orchard.
but we're not trespassing because that's strictly forbidden. Where are we
This
staying
RV
tonight,
park.
Dad?
We're staying at the Peach. What's it called?
Peach Beach.
The Peach Beach RV Resort.
And we got a complimentary 2
They gave us some
pizzas.
complimentary peaches when we got here. And there's a bunch of peaches everywhere.
But you're not allowed to take them.
Yeah, you gotta go buy some at the fruit stand if you want more.
Okay.
But it's closed right now because it's 7:30 at night. I'm sure they went home to their families.
They don't just live with their peaches.
I don't think so.
I would. I
know
love
you
peaches.
would. I know you would. I don't think they would though.
All right.
So that's what we're up to. It's right along the Columbia River, It's only like 72 degrees out here though, so it's not really good for going swimming right now. But there's a lot of people here with swimming gear, floaties and wind surfboards and all sorts of stuff. So I'm sure that's what happens during the day.
Was the one, but I've never been more wrong.
How many times on this trip am I gonna feel like we're trespassing, but we're probably not?
All of them. I know I'm not trespassing. There was no sign that said trespassing.
There's like sketchy
People are
shacks.
obviously allowed to come up here because they have a sign for fishers.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's only prohibited for non-fishermen. If anyone is looking for a missing murder weapon, it's right here. Although, it could just be a fishing knife. You'll never know. But, it could be a murder weapon. We've now found our way to Stonehenge. How'd we get here? I don't know.
Well, that's a sign that says dedicated to the soldiers of Klickitat. I don't think I said that right. County, who gave their lives in World War I.
Okay, so why'd they build Stonehenge?
Because back then they thought that Stonehenge was used for human sacrifice, so they built a war memorial in that fashion because it was human sacrifice.
It's a good thing you wore your hikers today, Tiff.
Hi, Dennis.
Yeah, I wore my flip. What'd you find down there?
Some guy's grave.
The guy that built this thing?
Is his name Samuel Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him there.
Breathing
A lot
kinda
of steps
heavy there.
though.
You good?
Yeah, there's just a lot of steps.